One morning, a boy named Ju Oh-hyung rushes to the bathroom and clutches his left eye, only to discover a strange red symbol etched into it. Soon, it becomes clear that he can see mysterious information floating above his heads, including his own name. Still, like any normal guy, he brushes it off and heads to school as if nothing happened, even while his eye starts cosplaying like Tokyo Ghoul. Even so, at school it's clear he's nothing special, just an average-looking guy with below-average grades, bad enough that he has to attend cram school to retake an exam that everyone else passed. He's also terrible at sports, but loves gaming, so he can't defend himself when he gets thrown around. Things only get worse when he's caught having a crush on a popular girl and gets completely clapped for it. While thinking back the whole mess just happened, his eye starts acting up again, slowly taking over as he begins to see information floating above everyone else. Oh-hyung then begins to think that this may be the side effect of playing way too much League of Legends, but the details are far too clear and specific to be just hallucinations. He notices that the names and ages are always accurate, though he has no idea what the rest of the displayed info means, things like difficulty and interest. However, he soon realizes that the information shown for girls is a bit more detailed than what he sees for guys. Unluckily for him, every girl's interest stat is at exact 0. That hits him hard, making him feel ashamed because he can't believe he's that boring. Eventually, he gets over himself and spots the popular girl, Kim Ran, surrounded by 2 popular guys asking her out. Around the same time, his friend Park Jae-won invites him to go play Tekken later, but Oh-hyung turns him down, saying he needs to study. Suddenly, his special eye activates again. He looks back at Ran and finally notices that her interest level is at 1. Stunned, he just stares, refusing to believe that the school's queen bee could possibly have any interest in him. Unfortunately, she catches him staring. She immediately calls him out and asks why he's looking at people with such disgusting eyes, drawing the entire class's attention to the 2 of them. Oh-hyung proceeds to break down and insists she's imagining things. Ran steps closer and asks if he's saying she's lying. She then screams that she caught him secretly staring at her full suit of very nice armor and swings her hand at him. His life starts flashing before his eyes as he thinks it's all over. Then time itself freezes. After what feels like an eternity, he looks up to see Ran completely motionless. It's revealed that an ability called Stopwatch has been activated, stopping time for exactly 5 minutes. At the same moment, a pop-up appears announcing the start of a tutorial quest. The objective is simple: make Ran shout as loudly as possible. If completed, her interest will increase by 20, and her domination stat will also rise by 20 points. Now utterly confused, our boy has become a Chad, flashing an awkward smile as he processes what's happening. 5 minutes later, Ran is left trembling on the ground while the rest of the class stands in shock, wondering how the so-called loser, Oh-hyung, suddenly vanished. Almost immediately, Ran starts feeling strange, like something intense just happened in a split second. She keeps trembling and confused about why her body suddenly feels so off and weird, if you know what I mean. Regardless, the scene shifts to Oh-hyung back at home, muttering to himself that things could have gone wrong. It's then revealed that during the entire 5 minutes of frozen time, he took full advantage of the pause to clear his quest and immediately warped home afterward. Once it's completed, his eye activates again, and notification claiming that he has now leveled up began popping up. With this new level, he unlocks a brand new skill called Eye of Incubus. Another notification follows, prompting him to check his status window. Sure enough, a game-like interface appears in front of him, packed with detailed information about himself. Unfortunately, he quickly realizes that his stats are pretty terrible, even if his nickname sounds cool. Soon after, yet another notification appears, informing him that he still has 2 incomplete quests. Curiosity gets the better of him, and he taps the window, opening the quest list. One quest focuses on leveling up his strength, while the other revolves around conquering. Oh-hyung immediately complains about the strength training quest, but shrugs it off when he remembers the absurdly broken ability he just gained, one that can literally stop time. Fired up, he starts celebrating, convinced that his days of being a loser are over and that he's about to be reborn as a true powerful man. However, he was quickly interrupted when someone knocked his door from behind. So he goes to investigate, only to find his red-headed next-door neighbor. He's stunned to discover that such a pretty girl lives right next to him. Still, he asks what brings her here, only for her to tell him to keep his voice down since she's busy prepping for exams. As they talk, Oh Hyung realizes he can now see far more detailed information about other people, but he can't access it because he doesn't have enough ME. He lets out a sigh, trying to figure out what that even means, completely forgetting that his neighbor is still standing right in front of him. Clutching his eye, he starts allocating stat points into ME, which finally lets him unlock Park Nami's extra details. Among them are her measurements and marriage status, causing Oh Hyung to scoff at the boyfriend-less Nami for having the nerve to call him out. He then activates Stopwatch Level 2, bringing time to a halt once again. In that moment, he notices himself growing a couple of inches taller, confirming that his ability to stop time has genuinely evolved. He calls out her name and tries to pull the same move he used on Ran. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned as he gets zapped and punished for interacting with someone who's at interest level 0. Oh Hyung collapses to his knees while Nami rushes to help him, assuming he suddenly fell ill. The next day at school, Oh Hyung is lost in thought, busy thinking about his previous encounters, when he's abruptly interrupted by Ran herself. This time, she asks him to come with her to the bathroom. Once inside, she demands to know what really happened the day before, only for Oh Hyung to play dumb, acting like nothing occurred. This caused Ran to scream, saying that it was him, accusing him of being the one who made her underwear disappear. But after leveling up, Oh Hyung isn't the same guy anymore. He flips the situation on her, claiming she's only acting like this to get his attention. He keeps pressing, making Ran visibly shake. However, she reminds him they're still inside the girl's bathroom and threatens to scream. Oh Hyung calmly fires back, telling her to go ahead if she can. Trying to call his bluff, Ran opens her mouth, but Oh Hyung instantly activates his eye, stopping time once again. Moments later, Ran finds herself alone, unable to speak or move. It's revealed that Oh Hyung can now toggle a target's mind on or off. He reappears and asks if she was even a little surprised, then rambles on, explaining that while her mind is awake, her body can't respond. He adds that she should have been nicer to him. Pulling her closer, he tells her that he's a demon king, just like in games or anime. Nevertheless, what follows is something I can't show, so you'll have to use your imagination, and yet he basically begins controlling her and finds out what she really likes, A few minutes later, a countdown appears, warning him that his ability will expire in 10 seconds. Unfortunately, he's stuck in an awkward position, unable to escape in time. When the power finally fades, he's convinced he's completely done for. He panics as Ran starts moving again, but the situation suddenly flips. Her interest level shoots up to 40. Thinking fast, Oh Hyung tries to intimidate her, ask whether she likes pineapple juice. She immediately turns red with embarrassment, but he reassures her that there's nothing to be embarrassed about, claiming that by drinking pineapple juice, she's entered a magical contract with him. According to him, his pineapple holds powerful magic and curses, and anyone who drinks it becomes bound to him. He warns her that disobeying him would lead to her swift demise. And just like that, Ran actually believed everything, including how Santa is real. To his surprise, Ran starts crying and clings to him, trying to calm the situation. Oh Hyun explains that although he's the great demon king, she isn't immediately cursed. He adds that, for a human, she's actually his type, pretty and fit, making her worthy of the demon king's attention. He simply tells her to obey him, promising that as long as she does, everything will be fine. He also adds that if she does well, she'll be rewarded with wealth, fame, and pretty much anything she could ever wish for. Just then, the bathroom door starts to open. Someone grabs her arm, and the two of them end up cornered inside a stall. Seizing the moment, Oh Hyung lowers his voice and tells her it's some sushi time, so he asked her to show him what she's capable of. As such, the two end up on a scenic bike ride